My experience is that it all starts with silence, the silence of the place, the silence that's built into it with the meditation and also the quiet mornings. So there's a lot of space over the days to really sink into that.
I like the kind of rhythm of quiet mornings and then more social later in the day, just the potential for a lot of different flavors of exploration.
Jeannie drops back into being, into space holding in a way that few other, people or teachers I know can actually fully embody. I can share what is deepest and most important with complete safety, attending to exactly what I'm bringing. It's really the way she understands how to help me navigate what is most present in the moment.
A lot of my conditioning around being a man is just like really keeping it together. And on the inside, so much fear and sadness and anger and things that I don't hardly know how to feel in myself. And so I felt this permission pretty immediately that I could just show up with whatever was here and be met in a loving container.
Just feeling really seen in so many deep places. It's been really impactful.
The rest of the men are holding whoever's speaking in reverence and generosity. That's powerful. That's just, you don't find that very many places.
There's also a feeling of being blessed by men that are present in the space that has also been very healing for my own wounding around being a man and not living up to the man code.
That to me is the heart of it. And the rest of it is gravy, man. The food and the camaraderie and the bonding that occurs. We just drop into it. It just happens.
I didn't really know anyone. It was like, oh, this is a little scary. Like, will I belong? So I just felt so like, hey, come on in. Just curiosity to know me, to welcome me.
There's kind of a softening of that kind of hierarchy, kind of blessing each of our own gifts and the ways that we want to kind of step in a given moment and offer our hearts.
You being a woman really dismantles the kind of like jockeying for position that I've noticed in other male spaces.
You lifted the veil and you were sharing a perspective that I had longed to have some insight into, and probably was just afraid to ever ask a woman or feel safe to ask a woman about women's experiences. It's a minefield in a lot of ways for men, but there's something priceless about that.
I feel a unique quality in you that affirms these like deep, tender places that just almost always get overlooked in male dominant spaces. Helps me to kind of embrace my inner yin and yang outside of the kind of rigid way that I can view the gendered body and what that means for how I'm supposed to be. And you really embrace the darker places that I would rarely share in front of a woman.
You just balance so much like of the yin aspects and the yang. So it's like there's space for both. I'm so hungry for the yin, and you give such a sort of safe, squishy, soft place. And there's this space too for the the owning of fierceness, and there's a sense of really returning me to myself.
Is it safe to be like here with all of this? And it's helped that so much.
It's been very healing to be seen and blessed by a woman. It's kind of like waters the roots of my being.
So much care and love and a sense of wanting, like I can bring me as I am in a way that I have felt in no other space. I just know that there's this space waiting that wants to know me, that wants to draw me out. And it's like, wow, I've never felt that before. I think that's a uniquely healing space for a man to be in.
you have an inclination to come anyone, they will not regret it. That's my experience.